Hey guys, welcome to your Encouraging Friend podcast. I am your host, Marilyn Serrano, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here with me today. Thank you for your time. I know it's precious, so my hope is to add as much value as I possibly can. Thanks again, and I hope you love the show. Have you ever felt like you've been working so hard, so smart, but you're starting to doubt whether you'll make it or not? One day shortly after getting my license, I decided to drive to my parents' house for the very first time. They live about 40 minutes away from our apartment at the time. But there is one huge problem. The enemy of all new drivers. The expressway. First-time drivers hear this word and start having panic attacks. I know I did. So that day, I do what I think is best. I avoid it. I decide to take the streets instead. And you can just imagine taking the streets during rush hour. And don't even get me started about those red lights. Either you brake last minute or you just step on the gas. I'm thinking, man, am I ever going to get there? And I did. I did it, you guys. An hour and 45 minutes later. What should have been 40 minutes or less took me double the time to get there. But guess what? I did it. I got there feeling like $1,000,000. Now you see, many of you might be feeling the exact way in your life right now. You may be feeling like you have been driving for too long and that it's taking longer than you expected. You're starting to doubt whether you'll make it or not. But let me encourage you today. At just the right time, you will surely arrive. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing today. You need to remind yourself that you are going to make it there, my friend. No matter what happens. We're going to make it, you and I. Just like the song by Swedish House Mafia. We're going to make it, you and I. Yes, I know I need to stay away from singing. I can already hear my sister saying, why would you sing on your podcast? Look. Even though it's been a challenging journey, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, putting in all your work, time, effort, sacrifice, and love on whatever that is, you're gonna make it. There is a Bible verse that says, whatever your hands finds to do, do it with all your might. I was listening to Entrepreneur and My Let's podcast with Jason Derulo a few months ago. One thing that stuck with me was when Jason said, when I was a kid, it was all about stuff, owning stuff. But my happiest moments have always been in the grind. It's that journey that I enjoy the most. It's looking back at those 2 a.m.s, 3 a.m.s, 4 a.m.s like, oh wow, I was in the grind. I was doing my thing. I was trying to make it. And he sure made it. But how do you do it? How do you keep going even though it's taking longer than you expected? You do this step by step, day by day. Keep your eyes on the big goal. On that diploma you want to receive or on the opportunity you have been waiting for so long. Do the work with all your heart and all your might and all your strength, step by step, day by day. Don't let the traffic distract you. Don't let the timing discourage you. I do want to say that I strongly believe that whatever it is that you're working so hard for does have to make you happy. Because when you work on something that excites you, that brings you enthusiasm and that you actually love, you will persevere no matter what. You see, I have a lot of goals and dreams like many of you might have. but I came to realize that I need to take it one step, one day at a time. One thing that I do daily, which I spoke about in my first episode, is to feed your mind. Read a book on personal growth or listen to a podcast. Jim Rohn, my heavenly mentor, used to say, you need to get stronger, wiser, and better. Feed your mind and make it so strong that you can handle any challenges that come your way. A second thing you can do is follow the 80-20 rule. This is also known as the Pareto principle. If you have 10 things you need to do, prioritize them and just do number 1 and number 2, and you will get 80% return. My mentor, author, and speaker John Maxwell says that the greatest detriment to your success is doing things that are not important. Work on what's important and work on those things that will bring you the greatest return. For example, my priority during this time is my podcast and developing my communication skills. What are your 2 main priorities during this season of your life? The last thing you can do is practice gratitude. From being in the kitchen cooking dinner to driving to school or making a payment on your bills, or by simply waking up another day, give thanks. This practice has made a major difference in my life because when you feel truly grateful, the distractions and negative voices will disappear. So again, 3 things you can do, step by step, day by day. Feed your mind, follow the 80-20 rule, and practice gratitude. Keep fighting until you get there. I know you will surely arrive because here's what I know. Hard work and perseverance will bring you reward. Hey guys, thanks so much for being with me here today. I hope to see you next week for another episode of Your Encouraging Friend podcast. Please be sure to follow the show and share this message with a friend so they can be encouraged too.